Okay, it's brake time, and here's what we're doing, and here's what we've done. Our brake lines are all hooked up here. They're not as pretty as I probably envisioned them to be, but you know, it's my first time ever doing it, and I can live with it. Brake lines all the way back here to the rear end, over to both sides. Which brings us to this. There's no brakes on the back of this car. These are the old backing plates. You can tell they look pretty ratty. In order to fix that, I need to acquire all the brake parts and clean all that up. Or, I ran across these the other day. This is a set of 1980 Ford pickup truck brake backing plates with all the works in place. I've been studying on this, and I'm pretty sure those backing plates would bolt right onto here. That said, I'm going to do the brakes, take this off, see if I can get those on there, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, I'll give you a little shot of where I wound up at. I've started in 2 or 3 different directions on this thing. I wound up with the 80 Ford pickup backing plates on the 57 Ford rear end. I had to re-drill these holes bigger because they were spaced out a little bit wider. But that's what I did was, there's a plate on the inside and a plate on the back side, so I just drilled the holes larger until I could get the bolts down through there, and it all comes back to the right place pretty much. Test it by putting the wheel on here, and all the way around is right. If this wasn't centered, you know, you feel it. And it looks to me like it's going to be just about right. I'm going to go ahead and put the shoes and everything back in place here. To me like it's going to work. It wasn't an exact fit, but we made it work anyway. Okay, I'm about done with it. I did wind up using the late model backing plate and all of the late model parts in here, which is pretty good. I've got an option of hooking the emergency brake cable up, which I don't have hooked up now, but it is something that would be good to have in this car. The drum fits on here pretty good, not exact. It's just, I think it's going to be maybe just a hair of a crack back here on the back side, where maybe it would be better if it fit in a little more snug, but I don't think that will hurt a thing. I am going to take this thing off and clean it out. It is right rusty and full of crap, and I'm going to wire brush it down real good and smooth it up about as good as I can. They used to turn these back in the old days, or there's probably somebody still around that does, but rather than turn it and have them wear down any of what I got left in this old drum, I'm just going to clean it up the best I can myself and put it back on there. So anyway, that's the news for today, and after I get this done, I'll hook up the brake line, we'll do the other side, and maybe tomorrow we can bleed the brakes. And then we'll have brakes. That would be awesome. Discovered, which I'm pleased about, is that this is a positive traction rear end. You can see when I turn this one, that one turns same direction.